Hello squad, I am going to not color my hair yet, but it's kind of gross from the bleach. Not as gross as it could be, but I would prefer it to be less gross. So I got some stuff from Lush because I am obsessed, and I'm gonna do it now. And this is what it's like now, and it's kind of like dry and gross, and when I wash it and it's like wet and I'm washing shampoo out of it, it feels really chlorinated, because that's the only frame of reference I have from Lace Living, and it's yucky. It feels like straw, so I don't mind if it looks like straw, but I'd rather it not feel like straw, so I'm gonna try to do something about it. Also, growing some energizing kale seed quilt on my cool shelf. And I'm redoing my lights because they're the only reason that my brain still works still. And I need them to be better because my brain isn't working great. And the only way I know how to make myself think that I'm getting better is to fix my lights. So that's what we're doing next. And I'm gonna still haven't made the tutorial for new friends, but I did find out a way to play Norwegian wood that's pretty, and I want to share it with the world because, once again, couldn't find a tutorial on YouTube. So alright, see you in probably like 2 minutes. Okay, bye. Hello, I'm not sure how the lighting is, but I wanted to show off what I have done, and then I'll turn the lights back on. I can't use my other hand. This is difficult. Okay, hold on. Let's hope I'm not messing anything up. I have these little hook things, and I screwed them into the wall, and it said I had to pre-drill them, but no thanks. There's more light, and then okay, now we're back. Let's see. We're still going. I had a reason for doing this. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I also got a rocking chair for free on the thing called Facebook from my mommy. And now everything is nice and cozy. And I just read the Genius thing for Norwegian wood, and it's funny, and everybody should read it. It's not that funny, but you know, if you want to listen to it and also read something about it, then you can. I'm gonna show how to do it at some point. It's supposed to be played on a sitar, and I don't have one of those, nor do I know how to play one of those, but if someone wants to play it on the guitar, then they can. Also, it's been much longer than 2 minutes from when I said, I'm saying like 2 minutes. I took a shower and then I put my hair back up, and it's like been a little white turd on my head, and I haven't taken it down. Still felt kind of yucky when I washed all the stuff out. It smelled delightful, but it tasted, I don't know what it tasted like. Well, actually, it's got olive oil in it and a bunch of other oil, and it made my mouth feel like my lips. I wasn't a big fan. We'll see. It'll probably be dry by the morning. My hair is really thin, but there's a lot of little thin bits. I have a lot of hair. It's just small, and it takes a really long time to dry, especially because I put it in a bun and then I forget about it, and then like 2 days later I'm like, maybe I should take it out, and it's like kind of still wet. I don't know why I'm saying this. Oh, the important part. Wait, I had some sort of revelation. Oh, I was at Freddy's today, which I'm realizing, actually no, I realized this when I thought about saying something when I was there. So like 2 hours ago when I was picking up my Skittles, the the person who brought stuff out to the car had a British accent, and I was like, what are you doing here? And then I realized it was kind of like elitist of me, or I don't know exactly what ist it was. Not elitist. I guess it was kind of like racist or nationalist or I don't know. Anyway, to assume, to be like so surprised when somebody when like a white guy with a British accent was working at Freddy's. Oh, I didn't explain. Freddy's, as I learned trying to talk about Freddy's, my favorite grocery store, to people not from here, they don't know what it is. It's Kroger. And also another one that I looked at because I had to know, I had to give context to my friend because it's like a national company. Anyway, it's called Fred Meyer's here without an apostrophe. So it's not like it's the store of Fred Meyer or Fred Meyer's. It's just called, it's like a store called Bob, but it's called Fred Meyer's. Anyway, I was like, wonder what he's doing here, working at Freddy's at night. Because in my brain, I connect like British people and white people with, you know, being fancy, like, I don't know, Wall Street stockbroker, Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street people. And like, I don't get that surprised when I hear somebody with a different kind of accent working at Freddy's at night. And I thought that was a nice little bias check in my brain. So that's what I thought of today that I wanted to record. I've had a lot of Skittles and my teeth feel gross, so I need to do something about that. So I don't know what's behind me. Hopefully it's not weird. I don't know if I've ever explained the painting. I'm not sure if you can see it. Self. If you're watching this, Self, you know, and you're the only person who matters. All y'all can not matter. Or you can, I don't care. Where am I going with this? Oh, final thing. I made my sticker on my guitar. But I have to do some, I think it's Willie, no, it wasn't Willie Nelson, it was the other guy. With like a W name. Woody, I don't know. Anyway, he was like anti, whatever, I don't know. I think he had some good stuff to him, but I also heard some bad stuff about him. And so I need to research him. And I might have to like put a little asterisk on my "This Machine Kills Fascists" sticker. Because I'm not sure I want to be like whoever that guy is. I'm not sure yet. I have to do some research. Might update you, might not. Hello, I'm eating Skittles. I don't know why I decided to start the video right there because I could have waited until I finished my Skittles, but I didn't. Okay. Watch that back. I fixed my lights and then they fell down again. Watch that back. Sincerely apologize for the flickering of the lights because they're not flickering for me, but it was annoying on the video. So that was a fun little science experiment premise that I don't know what to do with. Secondly, I'm not apologizing, but I am acknowledging the neck pube situation. I'm not sure if anybody else uses that term, but I sure do, because I used one time I accidentally got an undercut, and then I didn't know what to do about it, so I just kept shaving it, but like at home with like a normal razor, like a silly person, but it kept getting higher and higher. And eventually I grew it out as far as I could like bear it, and then I just cut all my hair off to the same length because it was before like undercuts got really cool when I was like a sophomore or something, everybody started getting undercuts. And that was the year that I just cut all my hair off to match the neck pubes. Because they were, you know, like little pubes on my neck because they were shorter than everything else. And the joke was, what comes after neck pubes? Neck junk. So watch out. We never know when it's going to show up. Anyway, I have a lot of them again because I put my hair up too often and they all break. And so, you know, I don't know if you can see all that gloriousness. And then there was like something going on with my ear over here. I had a Skittle in my mouth this whole time. Oh, the other thing, Leonardo DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street. I have that book up there, and I bought it from Powell's. God bless, however you bless the Lord with your hands and your face. I'm not sure. I've been to a Catholic funeral in Vietnamese, and I went to like some kind of church when I was little, but I don't know how to praise Jesus. Maybe I'll learn someday. Anyway, I bought the book from Powell's, but I was really embarrassed about it. Still haven't read it, but I bought it because I watched the movie and I was like, that was kind of fun. So I bought the book because I wanted to read it, but then I hid it behind the books on my shelf because I was embarrassed about it, because I didn't want like my dad to see it and then be like, why do you have this book? Did you watch the movie? And then because for some reason I didn't want anybody to know that I'd watched the movie. And then I was like, oh, he found it on my shelf one day and was like, didn't say anything, but I was like, oh, it's not mine. I got it from someone at school who didn't want it, and I totally blamed this girl in my like homeroom thing for buying a book and giving it to me, even though that didn't happen. And I can't play anything cool, and I remember that today, and it made me giggle. So maybe someone else is giggling. Maybe that girl, I never told her, but you know, maybe she'll end up watching and understand, pick up the vibes that I'm sending, apologizing for blaming her for. I also, in first grade, blamed this kid in my class named Neil for some reason, I talk about cutting my hair a lot. I have where is it? I think one side is hot. I don't even remember. But like, I have this like receding hairline, and it's the like hairs here get really, I think it's right here. They just like break off and don't grow. And it annoyed me, and so I just cut them up to here. And my parents were like, did you cut your hair? And I said, no. I said that this kid in my class was waving his scissors around and cut it. And it was like to my head. And they were like, I mean, they obviously knew that I was lying, but they were trying to like give me the opportunity to not lie. I'm like, oh no, I mean, if that's true, we're gonna have to talk to your principal, and like, that's not safe. If he was waving his scissors around and like cutting your hair that close to your head, then like they're gonna have to like get him in trouble, because that's not safe. And I was like, okay, yeah, I agree. And then finally, I think they were just like, you dum-dum, we know that you're lying. And I was like, okay. And my punishment was going to be that I couldn't go on the next field trip, but my dad had already signed up as a chaperone, so I got to go anyway. And I realized later that I probably picked that kid because his birthday was 3 days after mine, and his family was like way wealthier than mine, and he always had the best birthday parties, and no one ever came to mine because they went to his. And that's probably why. In my 7-year-old brain, I was like, he's the one, he deserves it. And like, I don't remember what his last name was, but I feel like they always sat next to each other. Neil. What was his name? Maybe it started with an L, because I'm a J. Fire drill lines? The people you stand next to in fire drill lines are like the weird squad where like that's the only time you see them usually, and like you pick up conversations in the fire drill line from like the month before, and it's like your best buds, and they're like, okay, go back, and like you don't speak to them for another month. Also, I heard a sad thing from the people like debriefing the dumb idiots, you big dumb idiot Lana, storming the Capitol, and how all of like the young Congress people had gone through like so many like school shooting drills that they were the ones like directing people on how to like take cover and barricade and stuff because they had the experience, because that's the world that they grew up in and they didn't know any different, and they were like, yeah, of course I'm prepared to deal with this kind of thing because it's normal, and that's depressing. So on that note, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Bye.